Mackinac Island is icing on the cake.
And it's a very good cake.
Well, hey there, guys. Over the next few days, we're going to be living it up. The UP, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
So that's how it's going to be, huh?
Absolutely. Dad jokes rule. We've got a number of things in the area that we've been wanting to do for a long time that we're finally going to get around to, and we'll tell you more about that in just a minute.
But on our way here, we drove to a couple of places in Nebraska that we've always wanted to visit. The first stop was Scottsbluff National Monument.
Yeah, living in Omaha the last 10 years, we've on the far eastern side of the state, and these two places that we visited on the western part of the state, and so we just never got a chance to get there. Scottsbluff is a really, really cool place. This has got some beautiful cliffs that you can walk out on. We took a couple of trails out to some overlooks, probably combined for about a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles up there.
And then when you drive up to the summit, you go through a couple of tunnels. It's really a neat view.
It's a nice little place. You do get a nice overlook of the town of Scottsbluff off in the distance.
And it's got a lot of history to it too. It's where a part of the Oregon Trail, and so it said that the travelers knew that at that point they were going to hit the mountains. So it was a landmark.
And you do get a good view of the mountains.
You do. So the second place we visited was in Alliance, Nebraska, and it's Carhenge.
You know, Stonehenge in England is a series of big rock formations that have been strategically placed. These are similar to that, except they're old cars.
Right. And they've been stacked and set up around there. It's pretty neat.
It's really cool. We enjoy going out there and just walking around and seeing all the different cars.
Very unusual.
It's a very unusual kind of tourist attraction that they've built out there to get more people to come to the town of Alliance.
It's out in the middle of nowhere.
Definitely want to go check that out. Both of those places, one natural and one man-made, and both are worth seeing. They're within an hour of each other on the western part of Nebraska. But now back to the present, we are in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and we've got a pretty cool first stop.
Yeah, we are at Palms Book State Park, and we're here to see the Big Spring.
And to see the Big Spring right, you need to take a kind of unusual mode of transportation.
You do.
We'll show you that up next. So the state park is located about 15 minutes north of the town of Mackinac, and you will need an annual Michigan recreation passport or a day pass in order to enter the park.
They're available here on site, so you can purchase one when you arrive, which is what we did. Another name for the park is Kitchity Kippy, which is the Ojibwe word for Big Spring.
Say that again 3 times really fast, right?
It's just a short walk out to the spring, and as you can see, the spring has a beautiful teal color to its water, and we're told that it's a chilly 45 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, and it rarely freezes even in the harsh winters up here.
Yeah, not only is it a beautiful area, but it's very unique in how you get to see it. You actually have to take an observation raft out into the middle of the spring, and that observation raft is human-powered.
Someone has to take the wheel and turn it, which pulls the raft away from and back to the dock.
I mean, it's really a unique experience that adds to the fun of visiting the park.
We came by here earlier in the day, and this place was packed, but it looks like this time we may have this raft all to ourselves.
There we go. It's a little bit of work to get it going. So how'd you like your turn, Paula?
Well, it was harder than I thought it would be.
I know, right? This is not a high thrill ride here, okay? It's very slow moving because there really is no way to turn this wheel quickly.
There is some resistance to it, but we love doing this kind of stuff. It's just a special way to connect with the natural beauty of this area.
And speaking of beauty, you'll get plenty of up-close views of the water. This raft has a glass bottom in the center of it, giving you some great views of the springs after we pass over it. And there are some additional looks at the beautiful colors of the water while you're standing up.
One other family ended up joining us this time, and everybody who wanted to take a turn at the wheel on both of our trips got to do so.
Yeah, we kind of think that's mandatory.
Yeah, partly because it's a unique experience that you don't want to miss, and partly because it's a bit of work and everybody needs to do their part.
Yeah, or you at least need to tip those who do their part. So Blue Spring is 40 feet deep, and over 10,000 gallons of water flow through its fissures per minute.
That is amazing. This time of day, we're also getting some nice reflections in the water.
Yeah, when someone else is at the wheel, you can just kind of relax and take it all in.
Yeah, I'm really glad we came out here.
Yeah, I am too. And coming out here twice was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like we got the energy of all the people with us the first time, and then a bit more serene experience out here the second time. The trip on the observation raft is a short one, and that's probably pretty good because it's man-powered.
Yeah, and it's not easy to turn that wheel.
Turn that wheel is a little tough, but it is fun.
It is fun.
This is a neat little experience here. It's a beautiful area, and that alone would be worth coming out for the visit. But then when you get to spend a little time at the wheel, it's a pretty cool way to see it.
Yeah, and that boat with the
glass bottom.
Glass bottom has a good view of the spring. It's pretty neat.
We really enjoyed it. Highly recommend it if you're in the Upper Peninsula area of Michigan. And certainly, you got to earn your keep by taking a turn at the wheel.
You do.
So up next, we're going to head to the town of Munising for some lunch, and on our way, we're stopping to visit a couple of waterfalls.
Yeah, the first one is Alger Falls, and it's located less than 1.5 miles from Munising on the side of the highway.
You can actually park right along the edge of the road, but do be careful as you exit your vehicle because it's a busy intersection.
This falls is very pretty though.
It is. I love the way the water cascades over those rocks.
It's only about 15 to 20 feet tall, but it's still pretty and worth a roadside stop for sure. Now we're at Wagner Falls, which is only about a minute's drive away from Alger Falls, so they're very close to each other.
Yeah, you really have to see them both if you're in the area.
No doubt. This one has about a 1/4 mile walk with a short section of stairs to a viewing point, so very easy to access.
I think I actually like the first one better because you know me, I don't like fallen trees in my view of the falls.
True. I think I like the first one better as well, but both of these are just beautiful sights to visit and easily accessible.
You know what else is a beautiful sight?
What's that?
Food.
Of course.
Let's go get us an Upper Peninsula iconic lunch. Well, as usual, we have worked up quite the appetite, so we drove to Munising to stop in at Muldoon's for an Upper Peninsula staple.
Yeah, we're gonna have a pasty. We've heard that they're really good here. We've had them in the North Shore of Minnesota.
And they stole the idea from the Upper Peninsula.
They did, so we gotta see if these are better.
We're gonna settle this once and for all, and we're gonna be the big winner.
That's right, that's for sure.
So if you're unfamiliar with the pasty, it's a savory handheld meat pie.
Muldoon's traditional Cornish pasties are made with potato, ground beef, onions, rutabaga, and carrot, and then baked in a pie crust.
We had a bit of good timing. I actually got to see one of the workers preparing the pasties as well, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, they look great, and we also grabbed an apple pie pasty with some vanilla ice cream.
Of course we did. There's a small seating area outside where you can eat. There is lots of traffic from the highway, but it's still a pleasant place to enjoy the food.
Muldoon's has received many awards and recognition over the years, including TripAdvisor's list of the top 25 quick bites in America.
And we can see why.
Yum.
Yum.
That is delicious.
Well, I gotta say, I'm declaring Michigan the winner of the pasty wars.
I am too. That pasty was delicious, and the dessert one, the apple one, was amazing.
Oh my goodness. A local, a Upper from the area, told us that the Upper way is to have ketchup with your pasty, and that's what we did, and it put them over the top.
I was kind of surprised. I wasn't expecting ketchup to be good with it, but it was really good.
It was really tasty. Well, the beautiful weather that we had at Big Spring has disappeared. It is cold and dreary today. It's actually 2 days since we spent time at that observation raft back at Big Spring. It rained all day yesterday, but we got a little bit of a break today, so we're going to get out and do some more exploring.
Yeah, we're at Tahquamenon Falls State Park, and we're going to hike to the Upper and Lower Falls.
Yeah, first up is the Upper Falls Loop, which is 1.5 miles, and we're going to go take a look and show you what we see.
This is a family-friendly trail which is mostly paved and has less than 200 feet of climbing, but that climbing does come in the form of stairs to get the closest views on the observation platform.
Of course it does. Otherwise it looks like a very easy hike. And this is also a fee area, so you'll need to have an annual pass or secure a day pass in order to visit it as well.
The state park is about a 15-minute drive from Paradise, or about an hour and a half from the Munising area where we've been exploring. Look at that, isn't that beautiful?
It really is.
And the color looks like a frothy root beer, doesn't it?
I don't even like root beer, but I do like what I'm seeing right now in these falls in that color.
What a great view.
And do you feel that?
I do.
We're getting just a little bit of the spray here, not enough to really get wet, but just something to kind of add to the experience of being here.
And look at that lush greenery surrounding the falls.
Just awesome.
The Upper Falls is about a 50-foot drop and 200 feet wide, making it one of the largest waterfalls east of the Mississippi River.
Well, the Upper Falls was pretty cool, wasn't it?
It was. It was really pretty. It reminded me of the falls in Minnesota, the North Shore.
Yeah, with that root beer color.
Yeah, from all the tannins in the water, so that was pretty neat.
It's pretty cool. Speaking of pretty cool, it's actually chilly out here. Even though it's August 11th, up here in the Upper Peninsula, it's low 60s with the chilly breeze.
Yeah.
Feels like fall.
It does.
Makes us kind of excited for what's coming up over the next few months, right?
Yeah, it does.
But over the next few minutes, we've got to finish up this trail and get on over to the lower falls. Well, we've made our way over to the Lower Falls trailhead, and while we were told that these falls aren't as impressive as the Upper Falls, they are still beautiful and the entire area is worth seeing.
Yeah, it's a 3.2-mile loop and we're excited to check it out. Again, this isn't a very challenging trail. It only has about a couple of hundred feet of gain for the entire hike, so it's mostly flat.
There's a mix of surfaces, a little boardwalk, some dirt, bridges, but nothing very technical in terms of the terrain.
And you don't have to do the entire loop if you don't want to, so there's plenty to see here, no matter how much time you have or what your fitness level is.
Yeah, and we think if your kids like to hike and explore, this one's a good option for them as well.
I love this. We're getting views from all four sides of this falls area, so there are plenty of different perspectives and angles and looks at it.
And you know what I like, don't you?
What's that?
I like it that the water is very accessible and we can get down really close to the water and walk along the edge and just explore up and down the area.
I knew you were going to say that.
You've noticed that over the past 30 years, haven't you?
I have.
But we do both love exploring like this. Lots of places to sit and dip your feet in the water or even jump into the water.
It's a bit cold for us today, but there are plenty of people out playing in it.
So we're going to spend a bit of time down here looking around, and then we'll finish up the loop and of course take you guys along with us wherever we go so that you get to enjoy whatever it is that we see.
Yeah, that's one of our favorite things to do as well. Just record these amazing places and share them with you in case you never get here for yourself, or so you can decide if this place is a place you want to visit for yourself. Just when you think you've seen everything, there's another little spot to explore.
We spend a lot more time here at the lower falls than the upper falls, and that's mainly because there isn't just a main observation spot, but instead there are lots and lots of spots to take in the falls and the water. I just love it.
Me too.
I think this is a really fun spot that the whole family will enjoy.
Definitely.
While I know why the people said that the upper falls was more impressive than the lower falls, because it is bigger and wider than these falls, I actually like these better. There's a lot of them and they're very accessible. You can get right down to them. I actually see a lot of people playing out in the water.
Both areas are really, really busy. But this area especially, because you can get out there and swim and get right up to the falls and just play, and it's been really fun to watch people out there.
And again, it's 62 degrees and overcast and breezy, and people are out there playing in the water.
Right.
We would shudder to think about it, wouldn't we? It's been gorgeous out here. We've loved every bit of it. We're gonna go take a break and get something to eat back at the camper van, and then that's probably all we're going to do for today. We'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Hopefully the weather will be good for us to head out to our next destination. Well, there's one more thing we've got to check off our bucket list while we're in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Yeah, today we're going to Mackinac Island.
We're going to take the Scheffler's Ferry over to Mackinac Island. We're actually going to be riding on the Mighty Mac, which means we get to go under the Mackinac Bridge as well on our journey over. We're really excited about this. Can't wait to take you guys along with us.
Our cruising time to the island will be a quick 16 minutes.
As you may have heard the announcer say, our trip will take about 16 minutes to get to the island.
I think someone said that our Mighty Mac trip will actually be about 10 minutes longer than that, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's what they said, but we'll enjoy it whatever it is, right?
Yeah, we're departing from St. Ignace, and Scheffler's does also have service from Mackinac City as well. Tickets for the Mighty Mac excursion are $34 per adult, and that's the same price whether you get the shorter trip or the one we're taking under the bridge.
Yeah, we would have actually paid extra to get this route, so we're glad to have gotten it for the same price for sure.
Yeah, and there's a crispness to the air as we make our way under the bridge.
It just feels amazing out here, doesn't it?
It really does.
And just like that, we see the island coming into view, and we're almost there.
Tour of the island starts.
Well, we made it to Mackinac Island, and we're gonna spend the day visiting the shops up and down Main Street. We're gonna go on a bike ride around the island, and of course, get some good food to eat.
Right.
This place is already busy. I mean, there's plenty of hustle and bustle out here.
There is.
And as you can see, there are bikes everywhere. We'll tell you more about those later, but from now, we're gonna head out to our first stop of the day. It's an iconic must-see destination. Well, we have walked over to the Grand Hotel.
Yeah, it's the showpiece of the island, and it's well known because the movie Somewhere in Time was filmed here.
It is a beautiful property, and while we are enjoying exploring the grounds here, that's not the main reason we came. The main reason we came is for some ice cream.
Yeah, Sadie's Ice Cream Parlor is here, and we've got to give it a try.
Yum.
But before we get that ice cream, we thought we'd show you around just a bit here at the hotel. While lodging here at the Grand Hotel is pricey, ranging from just over $300 to just under $2,400 per night, there's a lot you can do without staying overnight.
Yeah, for just $10 per person admission fee, you can visit the common areas of the hotel and explore the grounds and relax on the front porch, which is huge. We read it's 660 feet long. And you can purchase a grand luncheon experience in the main dining room or afternoon tea in the parlor. So we've been exploring a bit here, and we don't have video recording of all of it, even though it is permitted, but we did want to tell you a bit about what we've done.
We've played a little croquet and other yard games out on the lawn, walked around the garden, saw a beautiful fountain, spent quite a bit of time just relaxing on the porch, which has to be the longest porch we've ever seen.
Yeah, someone said it's actually the longest porch in the entire world.
That's right, I remember that now.
We also walked around inside the hotel, and we're actually entertained by this beautiful harpist. It's just a gorgeous property, isn't it?
It really is.
It was established in 1887 and is one of the last remaining grand hotels of the Victorian era here in the United States.
And out of the 393 rooms, no two are the same. Each one is completely unique.
That's just amazing. Now let's go get some amazing ice cream.
Let's go. So this place is really cute. You've got beautiful flowers, lots of ice cream parlor theming.
The smell of waffle cones in the air.
That's true.
I like this place already, and it's about to get even better.
I don't know what I'm gonna get, but it all looks amazing.
It does.
So we ended up getting a scoop of Mackinac Island fudge and a scoop of Mackinac Island peanut butter fudge.
And both are 100% delicious.
Yes.
Wait, we got a different one? So that is fourth floor.
I think the peanut butter one is the best.
Another mission accomplished.
We really enjoyed exploring the grounds of the Grand Hotel. It is a great way to spend an hour or two relaxing. I wish we had an overnight stay to really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's worth the trip over to the island just to hang out here. I mean, you really could come here and just relax all day if you wanted to. And that $10 admission fee is a very modest one, don't you think?
Oh, definitely. Very, very much worth it. There's a little brochure with a self-guided tour, so it's just a neat experience for seeing this very elegant place at a budget-friendly price.
Yeah, and that ice cream was very taste bud friendly.
It was.
And now we need to go take a bike ride to burn off those calories.
That's right. So we're going to take a carriage ride from the hotel to the place where we're going to rent the bikes.
Because did you really come to Mackinac Island if you didn't take a carriage ride?
Right.
Well, this is really cool, isn't it?
I love it. I really do.
I mean, this is just so fun and relaxing. It feels like we've stepped into another time.
It really does. The sound of the horses clip-clopping through the streets, the slower pace, the Victoria-era buildings.
It's just what we needed after a long summer of go, go, go. Really, a long year of pushing hard.
That's true.
So there are no motorized vehicles allowed on Mackinac Island.
You can walk, you can ride a bike, or you can take a horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah, we've seen packages delivered by horse-drawn carts. We've seen luggage delivered to and from the hotel by horse-drawn carriages. We actually saw someone delivering luggage by bicycle too.
That's right. And we've even seen the garbage collected by a horse-drawn cart.
Crazy.
So since we've walked and we've taken a horse-drawn carriage, that leaves one more mode of transportation for us.
So we've stopped in at Mackinac Wheels to rent some bikes to take an 8-mile ride around the island.
While we do more hiking than anything else, we love riding bikes just as much, and whenever we find a place to explore by bike, we're eager to go.
Yes, we are. We've been making our way around the island perimeter, and it's just as beautiful as we expected it to be.
There have been a lot of places to stop and look around, lots of green space to rest or picnic.
Yeah, there was this cool gazebo stop, some beautiful lodging, and of course, much of the way we're getting gorgeous views of Lake Huron, which surrounds the island.
We're going to pull over here at Arch Rock. It's an iconic must-see attraction if you're on the bike ride, or I suppose you could walk out here if you're a bit more adventurous, or even take a carriage ride.
And look what we have here.
What?
207 steps to climb.
Let's go.
So that's a pretty cool view there, isn't it?
Really cool.
Look at the color in that water.
It is gorgeous.
Where you at, Paula?
Back here.
Better get back. You better get back up here.
I'm going downhill now.
Could be trouble. All right, Paula, what do you think?
I love it.
This is an amazing bike ride, isn't
It
it?
is an amazing bike ride. I love this island. It has been so much fun.
The coastline here is just beautiful
It
water.
is.
It's just amazing. It's low 60s, breezy. It feels fantastic.
It
This
does.
is awesome.
Well, we're back to the busy section again.
Yep. We're almost done, Paula.
I know.
Can't believe it.
Kind of sad.
The ride is almost over.
It's so much fun.
It was a blast. Got a little close, Paula.
I know.
The horse didn't like it.
Watch out.
Paula, it's a little intimidating passing by so close to these horses.
It really is.
I don't want to spook them, but I guess they're kind of used to it. Hope so.
But we're not.
Right. We'll just kind of ease by here. We mean you no harm, so please do us no harm. Like, don't kick me.
Oh, we're back.
Unfortunately, we are back. Well, that bike ride was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
It was, and it was the perfect day to be out there.
We spent about an hour and a half or so out there, and it was just kind of relaxing.
Then we went shopping, and I found a T-shirt.
We had to find Paula the perfect T-shirt.
It's the only T-shirt I've bought all year.
We did look through a number of shops.
We did.
In order to find the right shirt.
Perfect shirt. That was fun.
We have also worked up quite an appetite. We realized that it's about 4 o'clock, and all we've had to eat was sweets this morning. And we haven't had lunch, and we're kind of hungry. So we've stopped in at Mackinac Island Pizza Company, and we're gonna go get something to eat.
It's Detroit style pizza. We've never had that before.
Hey, we're in Michigan.
I know. If you don't know what Detroit style pizza is.
And we didn't, right?
Right, here's what we were told. It's known for its rectangular shape, thick, crisp, chewy crust, though not as thick as Chicago style, twice stretched dough, and it often uses Wisconsin brick cheese instead of mozzarella.
And here's what I found interesting. The ingredients are applied in the reverse order of what you might usually expect. So the sauce actually goes on last, and that prevents the crust from getting soggy. Okay, really is. Look how thick that is. Good thing for me is I got a big mouth.
Well, we broke down and bought some fudge. Couldn't go home without it.
So we stopped in at Joanne's Fudge right there on Main Street, and immediately the smell of the place was just intoxicating, wasn't it?
It smelled amazing.
It was like sugar just filled the air. We got to watch them making some of the fudge, which was really fun as well.
Yeah, they prepare a lot of it right there within view.
I think it's to whet your appetite.
Well, it worked.
For sure.
We ended up getting a slice of traditional chocolate fudge with walnuts for $12.
We're too stuffed right now to eat it, but we will open the box and show it to you. Well, sometimes when you've been wanting to do something for a long time, the experience can be a little disappointing, but that was not the case today.
No, we loved exploring Mackinac Island. We loved the ferry ride over and getting to just roam around the island today. It was so much fun.
Yeah, relaxing at the Grand Hotel was a highlight, as was, of course, the bike ride, and then, of course, food.
And even the carriage ride. It was all just a part of that experience.
It was a great day. We've had a great time in the Upper Peninsula, haven't we?
We have.
There is so much that we got to do in a limited amount of time, and then there was still so much that is left for us to do in the Upper Peninsula and the Lower Peninsula that we would like to get to. We just ran out of time. We've got other things coming up that we've got to get to, but we'll save that for another trip. We hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode and you'll stick around for the next one. That's it for our mission. What's your mission? The UP, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Dad jokes rule, mom jokes drool. They drool. Well, as usual, we have worked up quite the appetite. Well, Paula, what was your favorite thing that we did today at Tahquamenon Falls? What?
Always ready for that, aren't you?
Always.
Always.
Huzzah! Tahquamenon Falls. Come see it in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. You better look out, bird. Get out of here. Beep, beep, out of my way, Sunday driver. Well, they say when you come to Mackinac Island, you have to buy some fudge and you have to buy some ice cream. And so we combined them both into one tasty treat. Yeah, we got some peanut butter fudge ice cream and... They say when you come to Mackinac Island, you have to get some peanut butter and some jelly. And so we combined them both into one tasty treat. Yeah, so we got some peanut butter fudge ice cream and Mackinac Island. You have to get some fudge and some ice cream. And so we you started to jump in there. Let me say, it's the showpiece of the island. Okay. Showplace. I'm just, oh, you already? Okay, yeah, it's going. Oh, okay. What do you want me to say? What are you saying? Well, hey guys, it's Jimmy here. Our mission in every episode of this vlog is to share one of our fun-filled adventures with you guys. But our greater mission in life is to share our hope and happiness with you. One of the ways we do this is by giving away free resources at my website, jimmybrown.com. You'll find a number of books you can download, daily inspirational messages to read, and training materials to help you enjoy life with passion and purpose. You can even reach out to me personally through the contact button at the site and subscribe if you want to be notified when new resources, which are always free, are added to the site. If you're interested in some positive messages to encourage you in your faith, I hope you'll check it out. And stay tuned for more exciting adventures coming your way soon.